I finally understand what is going on through the Mariners' decision-making process for this offseason. The Mariners have decided that the best thing to do as a team is get rid of strikeouts. So, Teoscar Hernandez was non-tendered. It's very likely he will not return to the Mariners this season, which I am totally fine with because of the strikeouts. And Eugenio Suarez has been traded to the Diamondbacks for a catcher and a pitcher, and that catcher actually hit 357 in the playoffs, which is really nice for them. Now, the situation here is Eugenio Suarez struck out like 200, 250 times. The Mariners led the league in strikeouts last year, which was not great. Not something we wanted to deal with, but it is what it is, and we are going to work on that. Unfortunately, we do have to work on getting people who can actually hit the baseball. That's a problem that we've had for a while, is getting hits out of the entire lineup, 1 through 9. We've had a lot of issues with our players. You know, Ty France struck out a lot. I don't know if Ty France is going to stay on the team with the strikeouts. Problem is, like, we need a first baseman. And we don't really have a lot of utility infielders right now who can play first base. There was a suggestion that if Ohtani came to any team that needed a first baseman next year, they could have him play first base, but that doesn't make any sense. Sure, there's not a lot of throwing at first base, but there is some throwing, and we don't want Ohtani to be injured again. But the Mariners' offseason plans are starting to make sense. It looks like we're looking for people who don't chase, who don't strike out, who get some good contact. Lots of interesting things going on in the Mariners, and I'm happy to see that it's going to be a decently good offseason for the Mariners. Waiting to see what we do in free agency, but I am not unhappy about the Eugenio Suarez trade, especially because he's making like $12 million, $13 million next season, which is a pretty big contract for a guy who strikes out 200-plus times in a season. So it'll be nice to see what happens with that. I'm not exactly sure what will happen with everything else in terms of the Mariners, but it's a good start for the offseason. Mariners have gotten rid of some strikeouts and are bringing in people who actually can hit the baseball.